The Ukrainian Air Force managed to shoot down a Russian Su-35 fighter jet in the Kursk region. The Air Force Command reported that the successful operation took place this morning. Later, the Air Force released a drone video showing the destroyed Russian plane on the ground. Initially, Russian aviation-related bloggers indirectly confirmed the downing, saying that the pilot had survived. Later, the Severny Canal Telegram group added that the Su-35 was flying to support Russian troops near the village of Tyotkin, which is being attacked by Ukrainian forces. Militarny's sources said that the plane went down near the village of Urasovo, in the Glushkovsky district of the Kursk region. The plane was 15 kilometers from the Ukrainian border before it was shot down, the sources said. Recently, Russian fighter jets have often tried to get closer to the Ukrainian border in order to launch more effective strikes. In this way, Russian planes are exposed to Ukrainian air defense fire. It is possible that the plane could have been shot down by an anti-aircraft missile system placed in an ambush near the border. The Ukrainian Air Force also has AIM-120C-8 air-to-air missiles to shoot down such targets. The missile is equipped with an active homing radar warhead that is capable of capturing an air target at a distance of at least 20 kilometers. The AIM-120C-8 is the 8th generation of the American missile in version C, with an improved radar homing head, communication, data transmission, and engine. The range of the missile has also increased by 30%. Satellite images have confirmed the damage to the oil storage facility of the Rosreserve's Kristall plant in Engels, which stores jet fuel for Russia's strategic aviation. High-quality images of the damage were posted by an Avivector intern on X. On the night of June 6th, the Ukrainian Defense Forces attacked several important military facilities in Russia. In particular, around 3 a.m., drones hit the Kristall oil storage base in Engels, the Saratov region. It is this oil storage base that provides fuel to the Engels 2 military airfield located nearby. This is where Russian Tu-95MS and Tu-160 aircraft take off for missile strikes against Ukraine. According to satellite imagery as of June 6th, the fire has engulfed 4 fuel tanks in 2 different locations at the oil depot. The governor of the Saratov region, Roman Busargin, confirmed the UAV attack on Engels and stated that, as a result of the attack, a fire broke out at one of the industrial enterprises. The June 6th attack was the first Ukrainian attack on the Russian fuel and energy complex in a long time. The most recent attack was on March 19th against the Kavkazskaya oil transshipment point in the Krasnodar region. A hit by Ukrainian drones caused depressurization of oil tanks, which led to a large-scale fire that the Russians were unable to extinguish for several days. The Kavkazskaya oil transshipment point is an important element of a large chain of oil transportation to Novorossiysk, from where it is exported to other countries. The point itself is designed to transship Russian oil by rail to the pipeline system of the Caspian Pipeline Consortium CJSC in the amount of 6 million tons per year. This is not the first successful attack by Ukrainian drones on the Kristall oil storage facility. 2 attacks took place in January 2025 in a row. The first attack took place on January 8th and caused a fire that Russian firefighters managed to extinguish only on January 13th. A second successful attack took place on the night of January 14th. Russia's use of frontline combat donkeys is backfiring, according to Russian war bloggers. They say that the animal's large thermal signature is allowing the Ukrainians to track them easily and expose hidden Russian positions. The Russian army has been using donkeys to replace vehicles in frontline logistics since at least the start of 2025. The thread below is a compilation of reports of donkey use on the front in Ukraine. A recent appearance by General Andrei Kartopolov on the Solovyov live show on the Russia 1 TV channel has attracted ridicule from war bloggers due to the general's claim that the donkeys don't get noticed because Ukrainian operators mistake them for roe deer. Reporter Filatov is scathing. Even those drone developers who have never been to the front line during testing see moose in the forest from a couple of kilometers away in the thermal imagers of the Mavic 3T. Question: does this idiot know about the existence of a thermal imager on a quadcopter and the performance characteristics of this thermal imager? Before the brilliant idea of sending a donkey to the front lines came to his stupid head, Had he heard of the existence of flying thermal imagers that transmit images via witchcraft Wi-Fi? Commenting on the video at the top of this thread, he writes, "If it drags 120mm mortars, then firing from a mortar is approximately 7 kilometers to reach the enemy, from our extreme closest positions 2 to 3 kilometers. This means that the donkey is used in the range of UAVs, which means this is unmasking of firing positions." He points out that unmanned ground vehicles have a much smaller thermal signature and don't take as much effort to maintain. Open Avito, Russian equivalent of eBay. Type in donkey. Get the price of this pack animal, depending on the age and health of the individual. Call people who deal with animals and find out how much the donkey eats and drinks per day. Calculate. Get the amount that, at a minimum, should be spent on this innovation. Then look at the price of the UGV, with and without an electric drive. Compare the thermal signatures and headaches from using pack animals. You get it. Only a moron could suggest using pack animals on the front line. Or a traitor. Signalman Kiba points out that despite Kartapolov's claim, it is in fact rather easy to tell the difference between a deer and a donkey using a thermal imager. Conclusion. Modern thermal surveillance equipment allows you to identify an object with high accuracy given the proper qualifications of the operator. In a major advancement for Ukraine's defense industry, the country has successfully tested its own domestically developed ballistic missile. According to Mikhailo Badrak, director of the Army Research Center, the test took place in May and marks a pivotal step in enhancing Ukraine's strategic capabilities. During the test, the missile demonstrated its effectiveness by striking a Russian command post at a range of nearly 300 kilometers. The precision strike confirmed both the missile's range and destructive power. The warhead, weighing 400 kilograms, was designed to deliver significant impact on hardened targets. With testing complete, Ukraine has now moved into the phase of mass production, a development that underscores the country's growing ability to produce high-tech weapon systems independently. This new missile is expected to enhance Ukraine's deterrence capabilities and offer a strategic response to ongoing aggression from the Russian Federation. Animals also suffer from Russian aggression. Touching videos have appeared online showing a man holding the paw of his frightened cat in the Kyiv metro and a cat in Lutsk hiding from explosions. It is possible to reach a ceasefire this year, but it requires massive military assistance to Ukraine. This opinion was expressed in an interview with an Ukrinform correspondent by French Army General and defense consultant Nicolas Richoux. According to him, Putin does not intend to stop until he reaches the administrative borders of all Ukrainian regions, which he included in the Russian constitution as part of Russia's territory. In fact, the conquest of these regions is his immediate goal, while his long-term goal is possibly the conquest of the whole of Ukraine. Moreover, only the achievement of these goals, in his opinion, is a prerequisite for a ceasefire, the general believes. A ceasefire is usually a technical military step to start negotiations, but Russia's initial demand that Ukraine give up its territories already shows an unwillingness to engage in dialogue. This is proof that it does not want to negotiate. It will fight until the front line coincides with the administrative boundaries of the regions. Therefore, I have serious doubts that we will be able to achieve something lasting this year, even if there is a one-time ceasefire, he emphasized. According to the general, the future of the war will largely depend on whether the United States will put pressure on Putin. We don't know what they are planning. Europe seems to be gradually putting itself on alert, but it is doing so too slowly and uncoordinated. And at the same time, it is Trump who holds the key to all of this, he said. The general believes that sanctions pressure alone is not enough. Only large-scale military support for Ukraine can force Putin to peace. The only condition is massive assistance announced with the words, "Since you are unwilling to negotiate, we will provide large-scale assistance to Ukraine with long-range weapons without limiting the American contribution." This could have an impact on Russia, explained Rishu. At the latest talks between Russia and Ukraine, the Russian delegation handed over its draft ceasefire memorandum to Ukraine. The document consists of 3 parts, contains 31 paragraphs, and 2 possible scenarios for the cessation of hostilities. The conditions include the transfer of some Ukrainian territories to Russia and a significant reduction in the Ukrainian army. Ukraine also submitted its own version of the memorandum. Its position remains unchanged. A complete and unconditional ceasefire is a prerequisite for the start of negotiations. The agreement on the release of 1,000 Ukrainians from Russian captivity was perhaps the only real result of the meeting in Turkey.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comments section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.